Good morning, wet shavers, coffee lovers, and podcast listeners everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeTune.com. It's time for another second cup. So grab a cup of coffee, kick back, relax, put on your earbuds, adjust your speaker volume, and let's talk some wet shaving and a few other things in podcast form. Just to bring you up to speed, Second Cup is a podcast that will give you some additional information that didn't make the Monday morning mailbag deadline. This might be something that is time sensitive. For instance, a sale that could be ending before the next 3MB airs, or a piece of late breaking information the viewers have passed along that is equally time sensitive, or something else regarding the wet shaving world that needs to be broadcast in a timely fashion. And we'll also have some time to chit chat and discuss some other things like coffee, movies, streaming shows, books, that sort of thing. So thanks for tuning in to Second Cup. And I hope you subscribe to the podcast, where you can also find episodes of the Monday Morning Mailbag in podcast form. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. We'll get the show underway in just a moment. Thanks for joining me. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the March 20th, 2023 episode of Second Cup. Happy spring. It's the first day of spring, and I am actually recording this on the 19th, the day before the first day of spring. And just like clockwork, Northeast Ohio, we have got snow. It's 25 degrees outside. We have snow on the ground and a lake effect snow warning that hopefully will be expiring soon here. And well, that's kind of par for the course for Northeast Ohio. First day of spring, though. Let me say happy spring to you on the first day of spring when you're hearing this. And hopefully by then, the snow will be melted and away. However, I will say this. April 18th is my late brother Jay's birthday. And ever since I was a kid, we always had snow on or around April 18th. Every single year, right around his birthday, either a couple of days before or a couple of days after, there was always snow right around that time of year, April 18th. So kind of mark that in your book if you live in this neck of the woods, and make a note of that and see if I'm not right. Right around April 18th, we're probably going to have some snow. Well, to warm things up, I have got a cup of Hualalai coffee, the Hawaiian coffee, Hualalai. Hualalai. You know what? I can't pronounce it. Anyhow, it's out of Kona, Hawaii. My nephew Tom sent this to me. He was visiting Hawaii, and I guess he took a tour of the Hualalai, I guess that's how it's pronounced, Hualalai estate, and came back with some really, really nice coffee. So I've got some Hawaiian coffee to warm me up here today, kind of evoke images of sunshine and sandy beaches and warm temperatures on a very, very cold day here in Northeast Ohio. And I'm using my Bob Evans coffee mug here. Bob Evans, a local, regional chain restaurant here. Boy, you can get a good breakfast at Bob Evans. They're known for their sausage. If you ever go to a Bob Evans restaurant, get the sausage, either Lynx or Patty's. It's fantastic. But this particular coffee mug has a sunburst logo on it. So that's reminding me of the sunny days that we're going to have with the start of spring. So I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I sure am, and I hope it's warm where you are and there's no snow on the ground. Boy, we got a great show here for you today. So let's kick things off by going over a couple of new items that came in at the last minute. Now, if you saw the Monday morning mailbag this morning, you know that I dropped in a quick clip on Thought Forms shave soap and aftershave that is being released very, very soon by Phoenix Shaving. This came in at the last minute, but not too late to where I couldn't drop something into the Monday morning mailbag. One of the things that has improved for me is my internet connection. And you know what? Before I go any further with thought forms, let me tell you about my internet connection. My internet connection was so slow that an hour to an hour and a half episode of the Monday Morning Mailbag was taking every bit of 4 to 5 hours to upload. And I just couldn't live with that anymore. And I had been considering getting different internet service, and I know that the folks at Kinetic, owned by Windstream, were offering fiber optic. And, they're going to have to pull a line in, and I'm going to have to be home while they're installing it and probably drilling a hole into the side of the house and whatever else they have to do for fiber optic. And whereas it has incredibly fast speeds, and they lock you in at a low price for only 1 year, I still wanted to find some other options. My sister-in-law, Lori, and my brother, Tom and his wife, Lori, they have this T-Mobile internet. And the T-Mobile internet is just a freestanding mini tower. And you plug it in, you get out your app, you hook up to a nearby cell tower that's 5G, and now you have these incredible download speeds and upload speeds. So while I'm not going fiber optic, I'm not going, say, a gigabyte or 500 megabytes download, I am going almost 300 megabytes download. And my upload speeds are anywhere from 4 megabytes per second all the way up to 20 megabytes per second. A lot of that it depends on how close you are to the tower offering the service. And they tell me that the tower that my system is using, my little receiving station is using, is fairly close. So I'm very happy with the speed. So instead of 4 to 5 hours to upload a file, it's an hour, less than an hour for an episode of the Monday Morning Mailbag, and it's probably every bit of maybe 10 to 15 minutes for a review, a video review, which is absolutely spectacular. So because of that, I am able to maybe change some things around at the last minute, and I have this window of opportunity to upload the Monday Morning Mailbag maybe another 2-3 times in case I missed something or in case something came in late. And of course, then if there is the absolute drop-dead deadline and something's not able to make it, then that's why we have Second Cup. So let me just, I wanted to mention that to you, kind of get that out of the way so you understand how things get put together here for a Monday Morning Mailbag and Second Cup. But getting back to thought forms, I've got it right here. This came in, as I say, the last minute in the mail, and then the information followed up the next day. Well, I found it in my email the next day because I had been editing Monday Morning Mailbag. I found it in my email, and what an absolutely wonderful, wonderful scent this is. Let me give you the scent notes again. Citrus, basil, menthol, floral, rose, spice, green amber, cedar, patchouli, and it's woody. It is really, really terrific. And as we mentioned in the Monday Morning Mailbag, and I can expand on this a little bit, Thought Forms was it's a collaboration between Dave Johnson of YouTube's Fragrance Brothers channel and Douglas Smythe and Phoenix Shaving. Kind of. Dave Johnson came to Douglas with the idea of a scent idea, hot rocks. These are the hot rocks out in the Arizona desert. So I guess they were after a deserty type of scent. And it sounds like a great idea, but because of Douglas's schedule, and he had some travel that was already scheduled and running the business and a lot of other things going on, he kind of veered off the course. And I guess this was because of the influences that he had while he was traveling abroad, Machu Picchu and through Europe and that sort of thing. And I guess, and this is my assumption here just from talking to him, he was inspired by the things he saw and the experiences, in Peru, in Europe, that sort of thing. And he even says here, but yes, there are now elements of Peru, Spain, France, England in it. Absolutely. It's a wonderful, wonderful scent. I'm absolutely excited to use this, and I want to get a review done as soon as possible. I don't know when the launch date is. It's going to be launching soon. I don't have a specific date on it yet. but it is an absolutely wonderful, wonderful scent. And of course, CK6, Formula CK6 is absolutely spectacular. I love the performance of it. It lathers a treat. It provides some great, great protection. It really is a terrific, terrific shaving soap. And again, from the information that Douglas sent along, you can understand the influences that went into making and creating the scent for Thought Forms. As he writes, I was in southern France, stumbling over the Pyrenees into Spain. Then I found myself hiking across northern Spain onto the west coast of what the ancients called Finisterre. I believe that's how it's pronounced, Finesterre, Finisterre, or the end of the world. At that time, it truly was the end of the world as man knew it. A few weeks later, I was observing the summer solstice at Stonehenge, and shortly after that, looking for hagstones on the beach in Hastings, England. My point is, I totally did not have my head in the hot rocks game anymore. And I could well understand that. So he kind of went off into a completely different direction. Now, when this does launch, make sure you read the product page, because I think a lot of what he has here is going to be incorporated into that product page. And it'll give you a lot of great background. You'll understand his thought processes and what he was experiencing at the time and how all of that came to be incorporated into this scent. And the scent of Thought Forms is absolutely marvelous. It really is. I really, really like it a lot. Let me give you the scent notes again one more time. Citrus, basil, menthol, floral, rose, spice, green amber, cedar, patchouli, and it's woody. It really is a terrific, terrific scent, and I'm looking forward to using it and reviewing it. My thanks to Doug, Fran, Huxley, and everyone at Phoenix Shaving for sending this along and allowing me to share it with viewers and listeners. It is one that I think is going to be a favorite. Again, you can use this all year round. You can use this in the spring into summer, summer into fall. You can use it on a winter's day, like I have today, a lot of snow on the ground, and it will really brighten your day, brighten your mood. That's how this impresses me. It really is a lively and bright scent, and I'm really looking forward to using it. So Thought Forms, check it out. Look for it very soon at Phoenix Shaving on their website, in their app. And believe me, I think you're going to really be impressed by the scent. I really, really do like it. We all know how wonderful CK6 is. Even the original CK1 Crown King formula, the performance of that shave soap is also really very, very, very good. But the scents that Doug is creating are just remarkable, and this is another one. Lively, bright, and all those elements from Peru, Spain, France, England, yeah, it's all here. I'm really looking forward to using it. Thought Forms from Phoenix Shaving. I wanted to give you an update on another marvelous shave soap. This is the Monet shave soap from the folks at Abate e La Mantia. Now, let me spell that for you. Abbate, then Y, then LA, then Mantia. Now, they're out of Tuscany, Italy, so I believe that's how it's pronounced, Abate e La Mantia. And this is their Monet shave soap. This was very kindly sent by viewer Jamie Horn, and this is based on Claude Monet's garden at his estate in, I believe it's pronounced Giverny, France, which is north of Paris. And this is an absolutely marvelous, marvelous scent. Now, the marvelous scent. Now, the olfactory principles here, as they have on their, I've got a card here, the information card here, the olfactory principles here, water lily. That's kind of the main thrust of the scent here. It is very, very good. But what they have here, as far as active ingredients, are saffron extract and Italian rosehip. Now, I talked about that in the Monday morning mailbag. I've had a shave with it. My gosh, Those two ingredients really deliver. The post-shave feel of Monet Shave Soap is remarkable. There is a smoothness and a moisturizing effect from the rose hips, the Italian rose hips, that is just fantastic. I've read that saffron extract, or saffron, is known as the elixir of youth, and there was an absolutely marvelous glow to my face after the shave. It's the kind of shave soap that I really didn't need to pass an alum block over my face or use any witch hazel or aftershave splash or balm. I could have just run right out the door, and I would have been fine. It really is a marvelous, marvelous formula. And as they write here on their product card here that I'm holding again here, I got it right here. They write here, our formula, a saponification process that is as traditional as possible, but with always a wink to modernity. Quality is progress, and progress starts from something. Our focus is a triad: antibacterial effect, maximum protection during and after the shaving ritual, performance as a technical soap, but of traditional craftsmanship. So they kind of are emphasizing these really, really solid qualities in their shave soap product. And as they say here, cosmetic pH as physiological as possible. We have developed a base formula that is unique in the world, not only for the massive implementation of cosmetic principles derived from saffron DNA, our fundamental expertise, but for the use in huge quantity of the finest kind of shea butter. The aggressive passage of the blade leads to the reduction of the protective barriers of the skin. For this reason, almost 10% of shea butter moisturizes massively while restoring the skin's defenses. The active ingredients of saffron give absolute antibacterial and disinfectant qualities. How about that? Really just remarkable, remarkable ingredients in this shave soap. The more I read about it, the more impressed I become with it. It really is terrific. And I'm hoping that you get some. It's available at the Razor Company. It's available at Maggard Razors. It's available at New England Shaving Company. I'm sure that there are other online outlets and retailers where you can buy this. But I was very, very impressed with the post-shave feel. I was very, very impressed with the performance. Now, I think in my review, and you'll probably see this, I scraped quite a bit of soap out of the tin and put it into my lathering bowl, my Starry Night lathering bowl. And I think that I'm going to have to learn to dial in the water to soap ratio a little better. I think on my second pass, I probably should have agitated the soap and the lather a little bit just to give it a little more body and thickness, because I think the water on my face, called for that. However, it still was right in the ballpark of giving me a beautiful lather and beautiful protection. I guess what I'm saying is there's a little bit of room for fine tuning there. And I think when you fine tune this soap, it's just going to be beautiful, a beautiful, beautiful lather. I always talk about how you have to shift gears from going from when you're going from soap to soap, lather, soap to soap, shave cream to shave cream, that sort of thing. The water to soap or water to cream ratio is gonna change up a little bit on you. And this was my first outing with this shave soap, the Monet shave soap. And even though it was my first outing, it was very, very easy to lather. It created a wonderful, wonderful lather. It's just that next time around, I'm going to be a little more aware of that water on my face and maybe agitate that lather a little bit more in the bowl, just give it a little more thickness, because I think that water, maybe a few drops too many is what I'm saying. but it still gave me just a fantastic, fantastic result. So maybe I'm being a little bit nitpicky here when it comes to lathers. I guess just bowl lathering has changed my approach tremendously, where I am fine-tuning the lather now from soap to soap and cream to cream. I want to dial it in just perfectly. And I think the majority of wet shavers will look at that and go, oh my gosh, it was fine. And I'm thinking, yeah, it's fine, but you know what? It could be a little bit better. I'm just going to fine tune it just a little bit. But this was absolutely a spectacular shave soap. The fragrance, the scent is wonderful. It's great for spring, going into summer, absolutely marvelous. And the performance is just really top notch with a great, great post-shave feel. And again, some great information in the flyer and the card that they have in the soap box. So my thanks to Jamie Horn for sending this along. It's really a marvelous, marvelous shave soap. And I finished off the shave with the Vincent aftershave that Jamie had also sent. And that aftershave is the kind of aftershave that will go with just about any shave soap. It just has that universal quality to it. So that complemented the Monet shave soap quite well. So it was a great shave. I have to get that video edited and posted here, hopefully in the next week or so. But yeah, it was really, really terrific. So check it out, Monet shave soap from Abate y La Mantia. I just wanted to expound on it a little bit because I was very, very impressed with the shave that it gave me, especially the post-shave feel. So Monet shave soap from Abate y La Mantia, Abate y La Mantia out of Tuscany, Italy. Now, in this morning's Monday morning mailbag, we were talking about lathering bowls, and I happened to see a comment on the review I did on the Dreamscape Scuttle from Phoenix Shaving. This came from a viewer named Mario, and he wrote, "Great video, just ordered the Dreamscape Scuttle and didn't realize how large it was until I saw it in your video. Thank you." Well, Mario, thank you very much for the comment. Now, in talking about lathering bowls this morning on the Monday morning mailbag, I forgot to talk about shaving scuttles because these are fantastic lathering bowls, and their main purpose is to create a nice warm lather. And the Dreamscape Scuttle does an absolutely spectacular job at it. And I have mine right here. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm holding it right now. And it is a very, very large shaving scuttle. It really is very large. I'm holding it with two hands right now because it is so large. Now, there's no water in it. When you do fill this with water, obviously it generates a lot of nice heat, so you can build that nice warm lather. But when you do fill it with water, it increases the weight. So when I'm on camera with this, I tend not to hold it up on camera for fear of having it slip out of my hand. However, the other day I was using it, and I looped my thumb through the handle and supported it with the rest of my the palm of my hand and fingers on the bottom. And I built a lather by holding it in my hand, even though it had that extra weight from the water in it, and it did a marvelous job. Now, obviously, I was rather careful, and I'm not holding it up close to my my chin, my shoulders, my head when I'm on camera. Because that would be a little too awkward, and it's a little too heavy to get that high in the air, so to speak, when I'm trying to build a lather on camera. But I found that I was able to hold this very, very comfortably with one hand in front of me in building a lather. Now, if you happen to get one of these and you fill it with water and you find that it's too heavy, just set it right on the counter, just like that, and go ahead and build your lather while it's sitting on the counter, and you can hold the handle and keep everything nice and steady, and it does a marvelous, marvelous job. But for some reason, I just naturally picked it up and held it in my hand, and it was fine. I just can't do that sort of thing on camera because holding it up a little higher, so to speak, gets to be a little too awkward on camera. But the point is that there are a lot of great lathering bowls out there, and there are wonderful, wonderful shaving scuttles in a variety of sizes that will produce a nice warm lather for you that also can be a little easier to handle. Now, the travel scuttle from Phoenix Shaving is a perfect example of that. It's very, very lightweight. It's made from high-impact plastic, and you fill it with water. It becomes hot water. It becomes the perfect weight, and I have no problem holding that in my hand and building a lather with it. It's absolutely marvelous, and I make it a point that if I do a weekend getaway, I take that one with me because that's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, just going over some of the things that you look for in a lathering bowl or a shave scuttle should be a little bit of the ribbing or raised areas on the interior of the bowl so that it generates a little bit of friction, aerates the lather a little bit, and will generate the lather more quickly. And again, I'll mention it again, get a good synthetic brush. Synthetic brushes for my wet shave were an absolute game changer. There's just something about them. They're very forgiving. You can do a face lather with them. You can do a bowl lather with them. They will retain the water when you need them. They'll throw the water off and dry very, very quickly when you have to dry out the brush and clean the brush. And there is something about the synthetic fiber that is soft, has adequate backbone, but is very, very robust. So if you have a heavier hand in doing a bowl lather or doing a face lather, the synthetic brush, a good synthetic brush, will really stand up to it. Whereas I have learned through viewers, with a silver tip Badger brush, if you're not using a finesse kind of motion with that brush, it'll eat the lather. You'll drive that lather right into the nut and you won't get much out of it. I would say that a bore brush is probably another one where it's a very, very good brush, a little different. Again, a little different approach than a synthetic brush, but it's very, very good. I have yet to, in doing face lathers now, this is just for face lathering, I have yet to do a face lather with a bore brush and have that lather on that brush last for 3 passes. I always have to go back and get more soap to create a little more lather for that extra 3rd pass when I do a face lather with a bore brush. With a synthetic brush, absolutely no problem. A synthetic brush just seems to develop heaps and heaps and heaps of lather. Now, if you're doing a bowl lather with a bore brush, then that's a completely different story. I mean, all that lather's right there in the bowl, and I don't think the bore brush eats the lather the same way that a Badger brush does. I think the bore brush is a little more forgiving in that department, but certainly the most forgiving and the most robust are the synthetic brushes. So if you get a good synthetic brush and you pair it up with a nice lathering bowl that has a little bit of tooth, a little bit of texture, a little bit of raised areas, ribbing or bumps or something on the inside, you will absolutely generate a fantastic, fantastic lather. And again, it's going to take a little bit of practice, water to soap ratio, but you'll pick it up in no time. But again, if you have a good shave soap, like Thought Forms from Phoenix Shaving or the Monet shave soap, and you get a good synthetic brush and a nice lathering bowl that has some texture to it, you'll be building lathers like a champ, absolutely in no time flat. And I am really, really enjoying bowl lathering. I am absolutely enjoying it, and I'm so glad the viewers convinced me and encouraged me to do more bowl lathering. And you know what? I don't think I'm going back to face lathering. I mean, in a pinch, if I have to, if I don't have a bowl for whatever reason, if I'm traveling or something like that and I forget a lathering bowl, whatever the reason is, I can always face lather. But yeah, bowl lathering, that is really, really terrific. And it's such a nice part of the process as well. So yeah, Mario, I just wanted to thank you for the comments. Oh, but you know what? Before I forget, and speaking about lathering bowls, this is the whole purpose of going on about lathering bowls. Bill Murphy, viewer Bill Murphy, received a new lathering bowl from Paul Gruner Pottery, and he wrote, "Hi Mark, I know it's too late for this week's Monday morning mailbag, but I want to let you know. Anyway, Yesterday, I received a new bowl from Gruner Pottery. It's a beautiful lathering bowl with a brush rest in the color Galaxy. I used it this morning and had a great shave with Hotel Cecil. The bowl made a fantastic lather very quickly, as you can see in the attached pictures. Have a great week ahead. Now, I'll show these pictures next week, but he is using a Peregrino shaving brush. Again, a really good synthetic shave brush, and he's using a really nice lathering bowl that has some nice texture on the interior to help generate that lather. That's the whole point. Great synthetic brush, a good artisan shave soap. He's using Hotel Cecil from Phoenix Shaving, and a really, really nice lathering bowl, the Paul Gruner lathering bowl. And he's building lathers like a champ. Very, very easy to do. So if you're considering doing some bowl lathering, those are three really, really good ingredients. Those are the three requirements that will help you build a lather very easily. A good shaving bowl like the Paul Gruner or the Dreamscape Scuttle. Something that has a little texture, a little tooth on the inside. A good synthetic shaving brush. The Peregrino is a good one. Anything from Phoenix Shaving is very, very good. And a good artisan shave soap. Something like the Monet, Hotel Cecil, Thought Forms from Phoenix Shaving, that sort of thing. So Mario and Bill, thanks very, very much for the comments regarding lathering bowls and shave scuttles. Really do appreciate it. Now, before I get out of here, I want to recommend another destination. We talked about Corner Field, the Model Railway Museum in Middlefield, Ohio, on the Monday Morning Mailbag. And that reminded me that there is another great location in Ohio that you have to stop at. In Ashland, Ohio, it's called Grandpa's Cheese Barn. This place is amazing. The original location is in Ashland, Ohio, on it's right off of 71, 668 U.S. Highway 250 East in Ashland, Ohio. Let me give you their phone number, 419-281-3202. Really terrific place to go. If you like cheese, smoked cheese, imported cheese, if you like summer sausage, meats, they have a lot of different products there. Absolutely fantastic. I stopped there on my way back from Columbus. I think it was the Columbus Wet Shavers meetup I was driving from. I stopped there. I got some great Canadian bacon. I got some great bacon. I got some bacon and cheddar cheese. I got some smoked cheese. I got some Swiss rye cheese. Absolutely fantastic. So if you're a cheese lover, if you like smoked meats, if you like different kinds of sweet snacks, they have a lot of those as well. I bought online, no kidding. Well, I have it right here. I got butter toasted peanuts. Boy, are these good. And also, this stuff's good here, toasted corn. My gosh, is this great. Yeah, so those are two other really, really nice snack items. But definitely well worth the stop. Hang on. Oh, I'm snacking on it right here. I need to take a swig of my coffee. My apologies. But well worth the visit at Grandpa's Cheese Barn. Grandpa's Cheese Barn right there in Ashland, Ohio. They also have a location in Norton, Ohio, and Fairlawn, Ohio. That's the greater Akron area. So Ashland, Ohio, Norton, Ohio, and Fairlawn, Ohio. I'll have a link to their website, which is grandpascheesebarn.com. Again, here's another phone number that they have here, 330-825-1500. But the phone number for the Ashland location is 419-281-3202. Grandpa's Cheese Barn. Check it out. A great, great place to stop if you're going through Ohio. And that wraps up another Second Cup. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I sure hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, please share, please subscribe, and pass it along to a fellow wet shaver or friend. My thanks to everyone who contributed to today's show. And I mean this sincerely. Without you, this microphone would be silent. If Second Cup or the Monday Morning Mailbag aren't showing up in your regular podcast feed, please drop me a line at mondaymailbag@gmail.com and we'll try to get it all sorted out. So again, thank you all very much. I look forward to getting together with you again on these podcast airwaves. Until then, enjoy the day, enjoy your shave, and enjoy that second cup.